What is good, family? It is good to be here. Good to be back. Good to be able to hang out a little bit here on the channel and just kind of chop it up. Hope you're doing well. Definitely excited to be able to dive right into our content for today. This is the Coaching Corner. We do it in the middle of the middle of the middle, and always excited to be able to share what is happening with our content. All right, I had to make the videos public on YouTube. That is a thing, right? We want to make sure we make the video public on YouTube. But I'm excited to be able to share a little bit today. We're going to be talking about the Shepherd's Ledger protocol, and excited for that. If you're coming in, if you're joining us over on Instagram, I know there's a little bit of delay. If you're joining us here on YouTube, I'm telling you, we're going to have a good old time. And can anybody guess what the Shepherd's Ledger protocol, what does that even mean? Go ahead and drop it in the chat if you can. What in the world does the Shepherd's Ledger protocol even mean? Like, what does that have to do with content? Why are we talking about shepherds? Like, what exactly is happening right now? And listen, it is basically, a scenario, a situation, a strategy that I want to help us all to really sink our teeth into and truly enjoy. Because I think if you really, grasp what's going on right around this, which the base understanding is understanding analytics. That's the ledger, understanding analytics. But there's a reason why I call it the Shepherd's Ledger protocol. But if we all grasp the understanding around this, I think it will change how you see your content. It'll change how you have made your strategies, and it will change, or better yet, you'll be able to leverage these things for ultimate success. I had an experience where I was we were working with a client, and we're doing this content. We're sharing information. We're doing some things. Even on my channel, I had this brand deal. So I was working with the client, and I had the brand deal both happening at the same time. The client wasn't getting the types of views that they wanted on their content. Anybody can resonate with that? They weren't getting the type of views that they wanted. They weren't getting, the viral moments. The things were not happening for them. They wanted them to happen, but they couldn't get it to go. I see Florence has joined us in the Zoom room. Darius O'Kane is with us on YouTube. Tracy's with us over in the Zoom room as well. But because we couldn't get the views that they wanted, there was basically a plan to abandon ship, essentially, right? Abandon everything. What's going on, C. Michelle Jones Harrison? I love having people with us over on Facebook. It's always good. Michael Flemings is with us on Instagram, and I see Selin Nyambu is with us over on Instagram as well. The client decided, I'm going to just abandon ship. There's no reason to continue doing this kind of work when we're not seeing the results. We're not getting the insight. We're not having the type of feedback, the type of inroads, the type of impact that we would want. And so you may ask, what were the results? What were the numbers that they were experiencing? And that's a really good question. I hope that that's where you naturally arrived at. I hope that you didn't just immediately say, I agree with them, Kirk. I agree that they should stop. That they should just move past. They should start something else. Maybe try something. They should give up. I hope that that's not where you immediately went to. I hope that you went into a space where you said, no, we should probably check the numbers. Now, this particular client, they were averaging about 700 views per video. Some videos had about 15 to 20,000. Other videos had about like 600, 500, 400. But if we just did a median across their videos, they were averaging about 700. Now, immediately as I say that, several of you are like, they weren't doing bad. But for them, they felt like they were stuck in this hole. For them, they felt like there was a glass ceiling that they couldn't break through. They were seeing other videos similar to theirs, and they were trying to figure out, okay, if those videos are doing 700, I mean, if my video is doing 700 or somewhere in that neighborhood, capping out, I think the highest video view they had one that kind of went mini viral. So they had, I think it was 250,000 on that one. But pretty much every view, take out the outlier, everything else, I think the top that they had experienced was somewhere in the 20s, like 25,000, something like that. But they felt like they were stuck in this space where they were like, oh, no, yeah, we definitely need to figure out what's happening. And they were tempted to say, this is not working. I'm going to move on to do something else. And I think that this is where a lot of people find themselves. If we're honest, this is where a lot of people find themselves, is right in that space. Now, I mentioned that we had a client that was experiencing this, but then I also had this brand deal. And this brand deal and this client, the brand deal was for videos that I put on my channel. Then the client, of course, I was working with them to help coach them through this content process. One of the things I had to really talk with them about is understanding the difference between views and impact, understanding the difference between a qualified lead, right? Understanding engagement, understanding what is the behavior of the person that is watching your video. And one of their resounding replies, now remember, I hope you're tracking with me. I'm sharing two stories here. I'm still talking about the client, haven't gone to the brand deal yet. But one of the resounding replies of the client was, how do I know that? And this is the question I was hoping we would get to. So how do I know that? Kirk, how do I know? All I can see is low views. How do I know that they're qualified leads? How do I know engagement? How do I know impact? Because all I can see is this ceiling of views that I can't seem to break through. Simultaneously on my channel, I had a series of 6 videos that this brand had paid me for. We did the work, we scripted them up, recorded them, got the B-roll, did the screen records, put it all together. My video editor did a phenomenal job. We were sending them off to the client, letting them review, and the clients are like, oh my word, these are great. Thank you so much. We're excited about this. We're putting them up. And I am unhappy with the views that I'm getting on these videos for this brand deal. And I simultaneously, same time as them, I'm talking with this client, I'm also looking at these views, and I'm saying to my brand that has paid me to do these videos, hey, these things are not performing the same way my other videos are performing. And so I really want to do another series. And the brand said to me, Kirk, your videos, even with whatever views you say they're having, are converting at the highest rates we've ever seen. I said, what? There's not many people watching them. And he said, yeah, but the percentage of people watching that are actually clicking through and coming into our ecosystem is higher than anything else we've ever seen. And we don't know if it's the hook. We don't know if it's your CTA. We don't know if it's your handoff to our on-ramps in our ecosystem, but something you're doing in those videos is doing so we are going to put some ad spend behind your videos. Because we've already determined that your videos are working. We've already determined that your videos are moving the needle. You've already determined that your videos are doing what we need them to do. And so now that we know that, we want you to create more, and we're going to put ad spend behind it. We want you to create more, and we're going to start sharing them in different communities. We want you to create more, and we're going to have all of our marketing team who's going out and doing presentations talk about your videos, because your videos are doing the work. Because your videos are giving us the leverage. And I'm saying, I didn't follow my own advice. I didn't ask the question that I was hoping my client would ask. And we finally got there. How do we know? Because if you don't know, you're shooting in the dark. If you don't know, then how do you make an informed decision? This is where the shepherd's ledger protocol comes into play. You've got to understand the analytics. You got to understand the analytics. I'm a carpenter's son. How can you assess the scenario if you haven't measured? In carpentry, I've seen my dad get maximized the most you could possibly get out of one sheet of wood. Why? Because he's measuring and figuring out, well, if I cut it this way, I can get this and this and this and this out of the same piece of wood, because he's measuring. You got to measure. So far too many creators are not measuring. We only see likes and views and follows, but we never go and look at the rest of the metrics that are not vanity, that are actually going to tell you the behavior of your audience. Why are vanity metrics the ones that people talk about? Well, because it's an ego thing. Come on, Tijuana Jackson. Thank you for being here. What up, DJ Strick? I love it. I see Ed is entered the waiting room. What's going on? I see Steve Factor says, "Hey coach, what's going on with you? Thank you so much for being with us." The reason why we find ourselves in these scenarios is because we want the dopamine hit that we get when we get the likes, when we get the views, when we get the follows. It feeds our ego. But they're not conversion metrics. Conversion metrics are watch time, click-throughs, shares, saves. Those kinds of metrics feed your business. They feed your brand. They feed your goals. They are the lifeblood of the engine that runs your content. Analytics are not just cold numbers, y'all. They're not static. This is a two-way conversation that you're having with your audience. This is how you are strategizing. This is how you can know what the next thing you should do is. They are the voice of your market, telling you exactly what they value and where they're hurting. Let me repeat. This is the voice of your market telling you exactly what the value is and where they are hurting. An A-list brand doesn't just post and pray. They read the data to understand the behavior of their flock. See now, this is the Shepherd's Ledger protocol, y'all. Yeah. I had to come up with something that was unique to Kirk. The Shepherd's Ledger protocol. It's understanding analytics, but understanding analytics is understanding the flock. Understanding analytics is good stewardship. I mean, what I mean by flock is your followers. It's your community. It's those who have raised their hand and said, I want to follow you. Treating your analytics like a stewardship tool allows you to stop guessing and start doubling down on what actually serves your audience. What's actually working? So that's why that brand said to me, hey, your videos are actually converting at a higher rate than any other brand deal we've ever done. We don't know exactly what it is, but if we tease out the data, we'll be able to pinpoint exactly what's going on. But regardless of that part, what we've been able to understand through the analytics is that your videos are the ones that we want to invest in. We want to double down on. For that client that I talked about earlier, one of the things that we ended up having to do is to take a look at the analytics. And when we looked at the analytics, what we found was that there was conversion. There were things happening from the content, even though it seemed like they were hitting a glass ceiling, that content was actually representing 30 to 40% of their new business in their brick and mortar building. And they did not have a window into that world until we started to really tease out the analytics. Started to add things to track so that we had better understanding of what was happening. And after we did that work, after we did applied the stewardship tool of analytics, they were able to see where they want to go. Yeah, see, Steve Factor says, now I focus on my uploads the way you taught me. Let's go. I see Vinoy Wint Jr. is over on Instagram, and we're engaging together. I love to see all the different comments. I hope that you guys are still rocking with us. Hope that you're still here. My biblical reference is Proverbs 27, verse 23. I mean, listen, if I'm going to call it the Shepherd's Ledger protocol, we might as well just go all the way in, right? Proverbs 27 and verse 23 says, know well the condition of your flock and give attention to your herd. In layman's terms, diligent observation of the data ensures the survival and growth of your business. Diligent observation of the data ensures survival and growth of your brand. We got to stop measuring our worth by vanity metrics and measure your impact by market behavior. And the only way you're going to be able to know market behavior is if you track it, is if you do the work to understand your numbers, your analytics. Don't think of it as a space that is quadratic equations where you have to split the atom. Think of it as a place where your entire audience, your entire flock, your entire market is sharing with you their behavior. It's sharing with you what they are doing, what they are needing, where they are hurting, and what you're doing that is resonating with them, and what you're doing that's not resonating with them. This is literally how it all works, and I'm excited to be able to engage today. We're at the 20-minute mark, so I want to make sure give you guys some time to ask some questions and share some of your wins and dive into all the different things that we have going on. But do not miss the lesson for today, which is simply the goals that you have set for yourself and the picture of heaven that you would like to experience are on the other side of the hard thing that you are refusing to understand, to master, and then to leverage. It's on the other side of getting used to being on camera. It's on the other side of understanding your hook and your value proposition, your target audience. It's on the other side of really leveraging the packaging principles of the title and the thumbnail and the first 30 seconds. It's on the other side of engaging with your audience and really asking some questions in the comment section. It's on the other side of really doing some homework on your target audience and knowing them better than they know themselves. It's on the other side of getting into the analytics and listening for what your audience is telling you that this is our need so that you can meet it. Your goals are on the other side of the hard thing that you're refusing to do. And it's not only true in content, it's true in life. So let's dive in. We've got a number of people that are watching with us today. And of course, we got some people in the Zoom room. I just admitted Doc Vibe into the Zoom room as well. If you have a question, go ahead and put a Q: in the chat. Listen, Steve Factor says, I'll get on the group Zoom now so I can participate. There we go. I'm excited that you're jumping in here with us. But if you have a question, go ahead and drop a Q:, or if you are in the Zoom room, feel free to just go ahead and come off mute. This is our time to engage. All right. Let me see what we got here. We're about 8 or 9 people watching with us live. All right, what do we got? Anybody? I'm looking around. I don't see anybody unmuted. All right, cool. One of the things that we got a chance to review earlier today, and Tracy, I'm so thankful that you were able to make it with us. I have been watching the weather reports from the UK, and so it is sweltering over there. I mean, 40 degrees is crazy work. So I'm hoping you're keeping cool over there. I know you're just trying to weather the storm, as they say. So thankful that you're with us today. Again, just throwing it out there. Any questions, any comments, anything that you want to engage around today as we have our coaching corner. Doc Vibe says, greetings. I hope that everyone is fine and safe. I'm excited that you're with us as well today, Dr. Vibe. And for those who are, possibly saying to themselves, what is going on right now? Actually, that's not the one. This is the one. What's going on right now? Where are these people watching from? They're watching from my community. They are members of the community. They have joined the community. They have clicked the link inside the community, which allows them to come into the Zoom room. And so I wanted to make sure you are aware of that and you can take advantage of it as well. Also want to make sure you know that one of the hard things that your goals are on the other side of is video. Just getting used to and leveraging the exponential power of video. And when we do that, there's so many things that we get a chance to leverage, that we get a chance to be part of. One of the reasons why a lot of people don't do video is because they don't want to edit. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to. I'm here to tell you that editing is one of those things that I learned really begrudgingly it has served me well. I mean, be able to, clip something here or there, understanding an NLE, a nonlinear editor, understanding, Final Cut, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, and of course, landing on DaVinci as the one that I use the most, if I have to use one at all. But then also leveraging Ecamm and just recording it right the first time. This is what caused me to really showcase the no video editing required challenge. And so if you are interested in something like that, go ahead. I mean, look, this is no editing. I mean, we're just doing this in real time. I'm going to wave my hand back here. What's going on? I know that for those on Instagram, I've got to lean a little bit for you guys to see what's happening back there. This is my top down shot. This is all of this is all connected to the same computer and can be used to create a dynamic experience no matter what's happening or how I'm recording it. Everything is already connected here. And it allows me the ability to really, add dynamics to the video that you would normally take hours in post to be able to duplicate. And so these are some of the principles and practices that I help people to leverage in the Noah video edit. I give people 5 different ways that you can put out high quality, dynamic, and engaging video without having to edit it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm showcasing this on the screen right now. I see that we have a hand raised in the chat over on Zoom. And I also see we have Miss Bally officials with us. She says, "Hey coach, let's get this a little wider. And let's see if we can't get that. There we go. All right, so now we're good. All right, so she says, "Hey coach, I am new to your channel and watch some of your tutorials watching from USA." Oh man, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for being with us today. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. And of course, let me see what else we got here. I was adjusting the one for the wide shot, but I wasn't adjusting the one for the Instagram folks. So let me go ahead and adjust that too, so that we don't have, we don't want to leave our Instagram folks out. All right, so there we go. I'm going to put this up a little bit. All right, so that'll do that part. Oh, Dr. Bashar is with us. He says, "Peace, my peoples out and about today. We'll be back active in the group this week. I miss the squad." We miss you as well, brother. And I thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us today. Definitely excited for that and to see. I'm just going to go back through and catch a couple of these comments. And Doc Vibe, we're coming to you. Darius O'Kane says, great evening, family. Great evening to you as well. Of course, Florence McDonald is with us, saying hey to the fam. Content creator, change, and leverage. Hashtag content creator. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being with us today. I know you're tagging some people, and I hope that they come on through and hang out with us today. And if you are watching on Facebook, Michelle, come on over to YouTube. I feel like you'll be able to find some more people over there in case if you're looking to have more of a conversation. But either way, you can stay right where you are, and we'll showcase the comments no matter where they come from, and we're excited about that. Man, Florence put a little post in here. I didn't see this earlier. Recently, I learned a lesson on putting a video up that was not aligned with my ICP. Just because it was a video I wanted to ship did not mean that video belonged on my channel. Moving it to my website. Oh man, such a great lesson to learn. Thank you for sharing that one. DJ Strick in the building. Get a chance to host a show with DJ Strick on Sundays on the Ecamm channel. And so I'm excited that he got a chance to come through and hang out with us today. Tijuana Jackson is with us on the live, man. Always good. Excited to have you with us, my friend. And I love the fire emojis. You can't get enough of those. You can't get enough of the fire emojis. I think that's it. Steve Factor is with us in the Zoom room as well. So definitely let's get Mr. Vibe, Doc Vibe, up on the screen. Talk to me, man. What you got?
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to ask how you and the family are doing.
Oh, man.
First
Hold
and
on
foremost.
Oh. I know that I can see that your audio is coming out, but I am not hearing your audio. And so I need to, I don't know. I got to, Is that? Yeah, it's working there. And I don't know. I've got my in-ears in. Just go to. All right. Huh. This is new for me. We're just gonna have to.
Can you hear
Go ahead
me?
and say something now.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Kirk? No, he can't.
Can you hear Steve
Nope,
Factor?
it's still not working. I
I
just
can
can't
hear you,
guys.
Steve.
1 second. Let me let's get this right. Let me get this right.
And your pussycat.
All right. This is a new one for me. We will.
This is Rosie.
You guys are hearing them online, for but I'm just not hearing them. I can see what's going on. I love it. Lejedric, come on. What's going on with you today? All right, I see that you're with us. Man, what is happening? What is happening?
Mono.
All right. Well, this is what they call real world. We're figuring it out in real time.
Tech real time. Tech real time.
All right, got that one. And then we have the output audio monitor. Is that what it is? Okay, let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, you guys are hearing music now, and I'm still not. This is wild. What? Okay. Oh no. Testing 1, 2, 3. You guys speak again? Yeah, I'm hearing that now, but
Okay.
I also feel like it's coming into the
Good stand-up comedy, Tracy. Well done.
All I like to say is I'm glad I'm not the only one this sort of thing happens to.
Oh, been there. How you holding up, Trace?
Oh, just well, as you can see, I'm sat in the garden. I'm absolutely sweating buckets. It's because we don't have air conditioning in our houses over here, so I'm just sat. I've got loads of these stupid cheap plastic fan things all round me that you put water in them. My laptop keeps shutting itself down because it's too hot, even with extra fans all around it.
Yeah.
So I'm in the garden with my iPad, sat under an umbrella. And it's 8 o'clock. No, it was it's just gone 7:30 at night, and it is
Wow.
36 degrees in the garden.
Oh my God.
oh my gosh, that's
in
wild.
the shade. I'm just looking at the big. Our garden faces south, and we've got a big thermometer on this wall behind me. That's what that little round thing is that you can see, sort of there. Yeah, but our garden faces south. It's also sunken, so we don't get much air coming in. It's a lovely little sun trap, but a bit much at the moment.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Yeah, so house is like an oven, and we can't sleep. But I'm not complaining because it's going to be cold and wet, and we're going to be complaining about that soon.
There you go.
This is the craziest thing. It is actually working.
Yeah.
Are we back online? I'll hide the beer.
When it shows via Zoom, you're still broadcasting on YouTube. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, no, I set it back up. I went back live. You
Okay.
know how YouTube has, not Ecamm has the ability
Yeah.
to bring it back on.
Yeah.
So I see Geraldine has joined us. Doc Bashara says we can hear them talking on in the Zoom room. I'm
Okay.
assuming you can hear me as well, Doc Bashara. I
Yeah.
hope you can at least.
Well, I can.
Okay, good,
All right.
good. So I'm going to abandon my headphones. I've turned on echo cancellation, which I absolutely detest, and we're going to rock with it like this until I can figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Might
My
just
sound,
need a.
my sound's going to
Which
be
is,
awful because it's just the laptop sound, iPad sound, and
it sounds
I tried
good.
plugging the camera in. Oh, does it? I tried
Yeah.
plugging my things in and everything, and it just cut your sound out. So I've given up.
Oh,
And same with the camera.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it'll have to do.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So I know Doc Vibe, you had your hand up.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and
Yeah, I have an interesting
ask the
question for you.
question.
Yeah, in
But
regard to
before you dive in, I want to make sure online, are you able to hear everything? I want to make sure you're able to hear everything. I hope you are. Mentor the Beast just joined us over on Instagram. Rogine Russell's joined us over on Instagram as well. Doc Bashara, you're with us on YouTube, and there's like maybe eight or so others on YouTube with us. Just want to make sure that you guys can hear us over there. If you can't, that would be good to know. Or maybe one of you guys can help me out in the Zoom room. We could just go on your phone or something else to check on on YouTube if we can be heard. If we're not being able to be heard, I just want to go ahead and kill it, and we'll just wrap up with us internally, which is fine.
Yeah.
Darius says we can hear you on YouTube. All right, cool. And Geraldine says as well.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, good. Sounds good. All right. Yeah. So, Doc, what you got, Doc Vibe?
Yeah. I know we're all live stream proponents here, but in your journey, and I'm speaking everyone who wants to do this will get, how was the conversion from doing live streaming to doing live presenting?
Oh, it's actually not a big jump. In fact, I would say my live streaming activity, really built up a muscle that translates almost exactly to live presenting. And in fact, it's such a great cheat code, especially, in this era of AI where live events, in-person events are just that much more premium because, you're able to, as they say, press flesh. Like I can shake your hand, I can rub your shoulder, I can, high five you. We can laugh and talk together in ways that you can't online. And of course, that cannot be simulated by AI. And there's this resurgence of that as being a prominent way that we are connecting and we're learning from one another. So, but yeah, I found that because I've honed some skills while, being able to do this live in a live stream, those skills are directly transferable to what I'm doing in my live presentations. Um, I do a lot more pacing from one end of the stage to the other. I really wish I didn't have these nervous tics. I watch back my own presentations. I watch back my own live streams, and these are all practices that I've been able to take and help my content to go to another level to get a little bit better. So that's been an interesting benefit. In fact, something that I'm sharing with others is a major cheat code. If you get good at no editing, I know it was a great joke, Tracy. I love the joke actually. I think it was absolutely genius. It's like you're gonna have to edit this one. You're absolutely correct. I think I'll have to edit it, but I'm not 100% sure because hey, it's actually still live on YouTube right now. We'll see. But one of the things that I really why I'm a big proponent of the whole no edit strategy is because you take the focus off of fixing it in post and put the focus back on delivering it well the first time.
Yeah.
And that is a skill set that will benefit you in every other area of life. What we're talking about when this whole concept of no video editing or no editing required is the one take. And because you know it's one take, you're going to deliver it well. Because you know it's one take. You know what you do when you know it's one take? You know what you do when you're standing in front of an audience and it's not like you can say cut. I got to go. I'm going to go back out and walk back out, okay? You nail it. It causes you to take pauses and allow the silence to really drive home the impact of what you're saying. It allows you to think a few words ahead of what you're saying and come up with the proper phrasing to explain what you're doing. You're firing on multiple cylinders when you're in a no video editing strategy, when you're doing the one take scenario. When you leverage that, you're building muscles that translate directly, not, you don't have to make it work. It's a direct translation to what you will use when you are presenting in person. So I probably went way longer than necessary, but that's a cheat code, man. I noticed that very early on in some of the stuff that I do. It's like, wow, man, that's you recorded that live, yeah, and it's like, man, I would have needed a couple of takes, but it's because you're forcing your mind to work in a certain way. That's golden. And I love Steve's comment. He says silence is so important. Knowing how to pause.
Okay, so I'm going to go deeper there on this. I'm going to carry it on, but thank you for that, because I think
absolutely.
some people, someone out there, while they're watching this live or replay, that will benefit from what you've just shared in regards. Also, talk about the importance of silence doing live streams. When is silence a benefactor, if at all, during a live stream?
So, silence is. People are always, well, at least me. Let me speak for me. I have the tendency, because I'm a talker, and I have a acute awareness of the conversational car. That's what my siblings and I call it. It's a conversation. We look at a conversation like a vehicle. And if we're all in the conversation, we're all in the car and we're moving in a particular direction. And when somebody throws a monkey wrench in or completely shifts the conversation, we call that flipping the car. You just flip the car. I mean, it was literally, this is an analogy that we have used my entire life. People like me are always wanting to fill the gaps with something. And this is where the ums and the ahs come from. So if you're an ummer and an ah like I am, you're wanting to fill the gap while you're thinking, while you're processing, to be able to deliver a message that is fully fleshed out. And if you ever hear some people say something like, maybe that's not what I want to say, right? Or you're adjusting in real time. In other words, those are all phrases that we use to link that I'm still processing in real time what I want to say, and I'm just putting something out there so that we're not all just sitting in silence. So I just want to kind of, give that as a base for the answer to your question, but because I do think that there are times where silence is not good, especially for live streaming, but just in your content and in your delivery. I think there are those pregnant pauses, especially if you said something that's super dense, like people need to process it. You got to pause and let that land. Maybe even repeat it because you want that impression to be drilled home. But then there are times where people are just silent, like they're processing, but they're silent, and it's awkward. It's processing and it's silent. I mean, the camera's running. It's awkward. You don't have a captive audience. These are people who are watching online. People who are watching on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. They don't have to watch. And if you're not saying anything, then they're inclined to swipe away. I don't think that silence is an issue on live. I think the length of the silence is an issue. I mean, if you're going more than, I mean, if it's more than a couple of beats, then good Lord, say something. Man, I'm still thinking about this. That's a very good question. I love the way you phrase that. In fact, can you just repeat it one more time? I'm still processing. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's many ways to give yourself the space and not have folks sitting in abject silence. That if audio is a top form. I don't know if you saw the challenge in the community, Doc Vibe, but one of the challenge from yesterday was the audio authority challenge. And I was saying to them, how you sound on your microphone is only 50%. The other 50% is what you're saying and how you're saying it, how you deliver it.
Yes.
Cadence, timbre, tone, texture, inflections, rises, falls, pauses.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just how you sound as you're saying it, but it's also what you're saying, the content of it, and how you're delivering it. So there's an ebb and flow that I definitely think that we have to strike a good balance with. But a pause should not be avoided at all costs. Silence should not be avoided, but you should temper it. It's a really powerful engagement component to have silence. It shouldn't be everywhere.
True.
It should be seldom. True. It should be seldom. So I hope that makes sense. And I thank you for the question. You always ask some really dope questions, man.
Yeah, thank you, Kirk. Really. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's as my dad would say, that tonic.
Come on.
You know where that's coming from, right?
Okay. That tonic.
Yeah, all right.
That's Jamaicans, man. We're having a great time.
That was good. No, thank you for that thought process. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Geraldine says here, and I'm coming to you, Tracy. I know you have a question. You can't find the hand raised thing, but we're coming to you anyway. We don't. As long as you type it in the chat, we're coming to you. But here we go. Geraldine says, I agree. As a professional photographer from the film days, I had to get it right in the camera. I didn't rely on post editing. Ooh, I never thought of it that way, Geraldine. That's good. You had to get it right in camera. You didn't rely on color correction and post-production. You got it right in the camera. The more right you got it in camera, the better the end product is. Okay, Darius O'Kane says, don't worry about making a mistake. Once it is done and out of the way, you are free from that point on. So true, especially for public speaking. Oh my word, just get the mistake out of the way because it's gonna happen. And it's so natural. It is so human. It is such a major component that lets people know that this is not AI, that you want to even leave some of that stuff in there. All right, Tracy, what you got?
Just a quickie. A friend of mine who's just a couple of days ago cleared 100,000 subscribers.
Oh,
they've been doing
awesome.
I know. They do magnet fishing of all things, but they've just they do a lot of live streaming. They'll do an hour twice on a Sunday when they're out magnet fishing, and believe it or not, they've been getting so you get like a 12 o'clock one and I think it's 3:30 one for an hour. Now they've been getting up to 400,000 viewers over that hour. Anywhere from
what in the world?
I know, it's insane figures. All of a sudden, and that's been consistent. It's always been over the 100. Try again. Yeah, over the 100,000. I think the top's 400,000. Suddenly, out of the blue, they're surprised if they get 4,000. And it's as if
that's a major drop.
It's massive, and it's as if YouTube has done something really peculiar again. You remember when they suddenly started putting the vertical lives into the Shorts feed?
Shorts feed.
There's some sort of change around that because that's what they were doing. Obviously, these vertical lives were going straight into the Shorts feed. They were getting all these thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and suddenly they're not. Are we aware of any changes? I've not seen anything reported.
Not
didn't know
not
if
not
anybody else had
that would affect
experienced
that.
this.
I mean, I have seen, and I am currently playing with, YouTube direct messaging, which I think is great. That people don't necessarily have to go on to another platform to direct message me anymore. But that's a major change, but it wasn't a change that, to the
No,
analytics or to the distribution or anything
no,
like that. I
wouldn't
have
affect
been
this
paying
thing.
attention,
No,
but I
I've been
do I
watching for other updates, but I can't see anything that would affect whatever's happened with the with the
that is
vertical. I just wondered
yeah,
if they
that's a major
suddenly
one.
realised they goofed and that perhaps we were doing too well out of these vertical lives going into the shorts feed, and they've changed it. I don't know.
Maybe, you never can tell. I don't know,
Mm.
but that
Nothing we're aware of then.
that no, nothing that I'm directly or immediately aware of. But I will say that across the board, views are down. I
Yeah.
would say across the board, views are down. They are making some tweaks and changes to the platform. I haven't seen anybody experience, from 400,000 to 4,000. That's a
No,
major,
it's
jump.
crazy, isn't
But
it?
uh,
Yeah.
but but yeah, I mean, even like Omar, my coach, several others, Sean Cannell, several others have mentioned, views are down.
Mm.
There's no doubt about
Yeah.
it. Um, AI seems to still kind of dominate. I mean, you put anything AI related, it just, man, I don't know, it just flies off the shelf. But you're absolutely right. There's nothing. I haven't seen any updates that directly
No.
correlate to something that of that magnitude. So definitely
No.
something to really kind of monitor and see maybe if there's a setting. Even like when I went live today, it was private. The live was private. I don't know what happened with that. And I didn't even think to check until we'd already, turned, got through got through the countdown clock, and I was like, oh man, it's still nobody watching on
Mm.
YouTube. What's going on over there? So I went into the back end and I saw that both the vertical and the wide versions were both private. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna try and do some checking afterwards. This has been a very interesting live stream today. I've had some significant
Yeah.
issues, but yeah, that's definitely something to consider as well. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they can figure out something. I mean, that's a
I
major
found
drop.
it is. It's huge, isn't it? I have noticed something else where what you're saying is the default for your live
Yeah.
settings has changed somewhere. I've noticed another default that's changed to something that I didn't even know was possible. Every so often I run a big collaboration and everybody sends in their links for their videos and I splice them all together in a playlist. I just add their video links to my playlist. I went in and created a new playlist as normal, ready for everybody else to send me their links to. And instead of me being able to add their links, it invites them as a collaborator. And I can invite. Apparently, it's unlimited. It's not like the normal collaboration thing where you can only have is it 5? I think it's 5, isn't it? Collaborators. This you can have hundreds. And it will make this huge collaboration playlist, which is really nice. But I still want people to be able to send me the link so that I can control who puts their video into it. So instead, I'm going to say email me and I'll give you the link so I can control it a bit. But apparently you can still do both. I didn't notice. I just clicked what appeared to be the normal, the default, and it's done this. So I'm going to see how it goes. Right. It's early, so I could
I'm
reset
interested
it.
in that as well. I know we played with the collab feature, a couple months back.
Yeah,
but man,
this is different.
That's interesting.
And I don't know what it's going to look like, so I'll let you know on that. I didn't even know it was there, but apparently some people seem to think it had been there for a while. But it had definitely defaulted to it because I certainly didn't pick it. So, but yeah, I'm going to let this collaboration run on that basis, and we'll see how it goes, see what it actually looks like. But so I think they have done something with defaults. So whether there's a default with another default somewhere with the live streams that my friend Nigel has spotted, I don't know. I'll see him on Sunday anyway because I'm going to have to do some filming with them. So
Tijuana Jackson is asking about your friends, the Magnet Fishing Channel.
Yeah.
He was asking, are the hundreds of views also including replay, or was that just live?
Just live.
That's what
I know.
thought.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's almost the point that I wondered if it was even correct, but I actually saw it with my own eyes because I filmed it for him at one point, and he'd got like 2,500 to 3,000 people. This was a quiet one apparently online, at the time all at once. And of course they come and go. And if you're online on that stream live for an hour, yeah, it was real. I saw it with my own eyes.
That's
I mean,
wild.
they have a channel. I mean, they have fantastic views on everything and really good watch hours. But this was so extreme. I wondered if there was something peculiar about it, because no matter how good they are, those figures seemed insane. What they're now
400,000
getting
is
I mean, what
really
they're getting now
crazy.
seems more realistic. Some of those, of course, what they count as views are sometimes just people just flicking past, aren't they?
It's true.
So,
but I mean, for you to sustain it, you have to actually have it, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's for people to flick past it, it's got to be there, hasn't it? And it
Right.
So whether now is what they're showing is the people who can stay on consistently for a length of time.
Maybe they've adjusted what a view consists of. I don't know.
Maybe,
especially in the shorts feed. You know, I haven't heard anything like that. So
no, I mean, he's still getting
one.
thousands, and it's probably a much more
because I was going to say
figure.
that 4,000
watchers
watching live is.
I mean, that's
also
proper watchers.
Still pretty crazy,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the chat going nuts. I can't keep up with it when I'm trying to watch them live. I just give up. Because I do tend to tune in to see what they're up to and what weird thing they've pulled out of a river now, you know. But
wow, that is amazing.
I'll let you know if I find out any more, because it does seem strange. And I'll let you know about that collaboration thingy.
I love this. So Geraldine
shared.
Yeah. Geraldine shared that there was an echo, and so I turned down I turned down my speakers, because I think it was just, you know, basically you coming from the speakers into the microphone. But I turned down the speakers, and she responded back saying echo is gone now. So thank you for that. But then David Harvey official is with us, and he has shared a super chat, and I don't know what has happened. I don't have the ability to put my super chats on screen anymore. I don't know what's going on there.
Something very strange is going on. Yeah, apologies if my sound's a bit weird. I am on my iPad in the back garden with no speakers.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine.
Anything, because it's just, I mean, it's hot out here. It's worse in the house.
Oh man, I'm glad that you're okay. Let me see if I'm going to test something out real quick. Let's see if I can put oh, it does come up over here. All right, so maybe it's just that one scene where it's not working. And then of course it's still not coming up on the it's not coming up on the other side. Duplicate to vertical canvas. I don't know. It's the interesting world, trying to make it all happen here. All right, let's do that again. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. So David Harvey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, big shout out to Kirk and Tijuana Jackson, 2 dope creators. Man, thank you so much. I'm excited. Always good to have you with us here on the channel, David Harvey. It's been a little bit. Your profile picture has changed. I don't recognize this one, but I think it's pretty cool. It's a new one. And Tijuana Jackson, man, I haven't had the opportunity or privilege to work with you before. But I mean, listen, if you've got the endorsement of David Harvey, you've got my endorsement as well. So I'm excited to see you in the chat, man. Thank you so much for being with us today. Truly appreciate it. Listen, we're right at that 1:59 mark, which means we're like right at the 1 hour mark for our live stream today. I'm checking with, I just want to check in with the others who are in the chat. Florence, do you have anything for us today?
No, I'm just working away, doing my thing. I've got to, I take that back. I'm going to revert. I'm not coming on camera because you know how that goes.
Yes.
I am excited because I'm on episode 4 of Authentic Authority tonight.
Yes.
And my co-host and I are, we're getting in our rhythm.
Is it live, or you're producing?
It's live.
It?
It's live.
So. Okay.
It's live.
Okay.
And tonight we're doing our first guest with us, and it's going to be Chris Stone.
Oh my word. Oh,
I
that's
have
gonna
been
be
trying to get
great.
Chris. I have been inviting Chris Stone to come on my show for a minute, as the saying goes, and finally
I
invited
listen.
him, and he had availability.
Give him a hard time for me. I need him
I
to
will
come
give
over to
him a hard
Huntsville.
time for you.
I need him to come over to Huntsville as well. I want him to come on the How It All Works podcast. But man, no, that's gonna be a great. That's gonna be great. I think,
It's
man.
going to be
So
great.
first of
This has
all,
been an experience
let's
going
clap
through
it up for
this process.
episodes, y'all. That's not a small feat. I mean, she launched this thing. It's off and running now. To have a co-host and get the things moving, especially to do it live, it's a tall order. And I just want to celebrate with you today, Florence. Thank you for sharing. You said you didn't
Thank
have anything
you.
going on. That is not true.
Well, I put in the chat the comment about the video, and as you know, I have another offer which you and I need to schedule some time on. And what I
Okay.
real doing going through me and Uncle Claude, as the saying goes,
Uncle Claude, I love it.
Uncle Claude, we've been working, and so
Love it.
building some of the agents that I've built and some of the workflows I've built. I'm not using it to create. I'm using it to think,
To do some critical
analyze
thinking.
and give me the opposite of what I'm thinking. And I've said from the beginning that
Ooh,
was the way
market research. Yeah.
I've used and to challenge my thinking. Right? I don't know what I don't know. And so in doing that, here's a tip. What led me to understand that the video that I put up was not for my ICP. I'm really clear about who my ICP is. And I had it evaluate the video, which it said, this is a super strong video. It's for your offer, which does not align with your channel. Here's where you need to put it, where it'll do more of the work that you need it to do.
Wow.
And it'll accomplish the goal that you wanted to accomplish. I'm summarizing, but that's essentially the outcome of that quote unquote conversation me and Uncle Claude had.
and for those that are not aware, Uncle Claude is Claude.
It's Claude.
Anthropic AI. So yeah, no, that's
yes.
that's good. I love to hear, how this is working for you.
And I from a digital footprint sidebar, I have refined my brand statement yet again, but we know that that's an ongoing thing.
Yes.
And it's a result of launching the show, who it's targeted at, which is really still the same. And how do I make sure that it's really, really, really speaking to the people that I want to speak to because it's a specific group of people.
Yeah.
And so
as it should be.
Just really using it, doing some deep research in the market, getting citations, reading through those, evaluating those, and just kind of that kind of thing. Cause it's like, okay, you have to talk to these people, not everybody, these particular people. So that's good. That has happened. So I've had a lot going on. A lot going on.
Yeah. You've been missed. You have been missed. But we understand. We know that there's a lot going on, and so we're excited.
Yeah, I go through these cycles with these. As you know. Enough said.
But I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And we're excited with you. We celebrate with you. David, are you there? Or I want to make sure we can hear from David, from Mac, and from Steve before I do have to roll at some point. Oh, we lost David. Just like that. Just as soon as I call his name. It's almost like he didn't want anybody to know he was there. So Mac, what you got, man?
First of all, Florence, don't feel bad about feeling unpresentable. I've been on Zoom with Captain Kirk since 8:00 this morning. I'm still in my jammies.
That's right.
Oh my! This is a couple things. I'm presentable because I always have to be. A little bit too much, but I started meetings at 7 a.m. this morning, and I have I have had very little break from not talking. but I'm also in the middle of that day with that particular project, so I'm a little
no, I totally get it.
careful.
But no, yeah, Mac and I have been on since the A-list call this morning, and then we had our one-on-one call. He's actually not far from completing the A-list digital footprint program, so we're going to be looking to have a celebration here pretty soon.
Whoop, whoop.
And listen, I'm telling you, he's been doing the work, y'all. We were working on his YouTube channel today. He uploaded, I think it's 5, or is it 5 shorts, Mac?
7 shorts.
Say again? Huh?
7 shorts.
7 shorts. Whoa.
Wait, come on, overachiever over here. Love it.
This
love
guy,
it.
man. I'm telling you, I'm really excited, proud of you, man. The website is coming together really good. We're trying to figure out what platform to use for mailing list. I think we're going to go with MailChimp. They've changed. Listen, y'all, if you haven't done your mailing list, man, they've changed some things so drastically in terms of, pricing is based on subscriber count now. And that has the potential to balloon. I mean, if you get 10,000 people signing up for your mailing list, you could be paying an inordinate amount of money, just like that. So if you didn't get in on the mailing list game when it was a little more free, that's difficult. That's difficult. It's going to be difficult. But yeah, no, I'm excited for you, Mac. I know that we've got a couple other things to work on. Banners are coming in. We did a whole photo shoot, and headshot. So all that stuff is being used on his website and his banners. And listen, we're so excited about how this thing has come together, man. So excited for you, bro. And I'm mostly excited, even more, you're putting out content. I mean, I think this is the thing. It's like that's the engine that drives the digital footprint. So we're excited for that. Steve Factor. Oh man, we got a chance to connect a little bit earlier during the tech and tools session. But what's up, man?
Good. I made this call because I changed my Monday, Wednesday, Friday lives from noon Mexico City time to 3:33 Mexico City time.
Okay.
And yeah, and I want to do that because I was late one day and it worked out good. More people came on. It was a little later than the noon. So it works out better for me. And so it's not about like the perfect time to pick, but I'm picking my time that I will be consistent with. And I have found that consistency is everything. The way you're teaching it is like I said before, it's from like a Hollywood movie to a Broadway play, right? So like you're prepping for it, or it's like you're going into the concert, you're performing at a concert versus you're going into the studio to make a record. You're in concert, right. And I want to give encouragement to everybody who is tripping out on lower views. Anybody who has a thing with lower views, with what I know, which is not very much, but I do know or believe that everybody is in the AI craze, and it's going to happen for a while, but everyone is looking for the real and the live, the real connection, the someone who prepared before they met you. Like, so many people like will go live maybe and not be so prepared. But what Kirk is teaching all of us is to be very prepared for our meeting with someone. And is right. So if you're prepared, you're showing them respect. They're going to be like, I kind of want to get that respect again. They keep on and they're consistent with what they're doing. They're not veering off. And Dr. Vibe mentioned about the pause or the silence. And I want to like exaggerate that as like, that is so everything.
Totally
Archer
agree.
Rubinstein, some people would say the best piano player that ever walked this face of this earth. Archer Rubinstein said in an interview, it's the silent spaces between the notes that make all the difference.
Wow.
So, and it's true. When we hit the pause button and we're responsible instead of react, when we're fasting more than we're eating, all of this is pause or rest or break. And that is so important for the listener, like you already said, to kind of get things in their mind. Like, oh. But when somebody is going and they do not stop, it's very much like I was a light man before I was a DJ. It's hitting the strobe light too much. You got to just have the strobe light a few, like, and it makes more of a difference. So the pause is huge. It's even bigger than I'm saying, I believe.
Wow. No,
Yeah.
I'm receiving, man. I'm so glad that you took some time to kind of share that. I think it's always good to, get the practitioner's perspective, man. You're in the midst of it right now. You've got a storied career, man. So you're speaking from experience in terms of,
Yeah.
presenting and workshops and facilitating. I mean, a DJ knows you got to have a pause, right? So I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that, brother. Always good to have Steve Factor with us. It's just a bowl of fun. I do want to catch one or two comments, and then I gotta run. Gotta go get a haircut. But
Okay, but I'll see you later. I'm gonna be setting up. You're going to Cali. Are you going? Is this your first time to Cali, or have you been there
no,
before?
no. I've been multiple times, but I will be going a couple of times
So,
this summer. So this will be my
so
first of
then,
3 or 4 times
So then you could say that you are going
back.
back to Cali.
I should have known Steve was setting me up, man.
You know the
I see
setup.
Doc vibe.
There's a
He's just
reason.
like, of course, Steve's gonna come up
You
with this song reference.
okay?
Going back to Cali. I love it, man. Let me see if I can get one or
Yeah.
two of these comments, and then I'm gonna get out of here, man. Uh, Another super chat from Tijuana Jackson. This is crazy today, man. Thank you guys so much. He says, "You've helped me so much with StreamYard over the years. You've helped me understand what is possible. Thank you." And I just want to say thank you to you, Tijuana Jackson. This is absolutely amazing. I'm humbled and honored. That is so proud. So yeah, so awesome that what I'm doing is having impact. It's having it's making a way possible for you to see what you can do with a platform. That's all I hope my videos can do. I got an email from somebody at info@howitallworks the other day. We got the email into us at info@howitallworks. Some people email me at my direct address, but my public facing address is info@howitallworks. And I got an email into there, and the lady was just like, "Man, is a old Canva tutorial that I have on the channel," and she was just like, "Man, thank you so much for that thing. I was able to walk through the process step by step and end up with something that looked exactly like what you had on screen. But not only that, she was able to tweak hers so that she can make it her own and use it in her live show. And I just think that's absolutely amazing, man. StreamYard's got a ton of features that have been rolling out. Dr. Vibe and I have been trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to create a whole series of videos to try and catch up with all the stuff that they've got going on. It's really been breakneck speed, but definitely excited for you. And I can't thank you enough for the super chat. Truly appreciated, man. Truly appreciated. Thank you for being here with us today. Last question of the day, and then I've got to run. I see your comment, Doc Bashara. The gap between thoughts is where the magic happens. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love when we build on one another as well. Steve Factor, dropping some bombs for us today. But Geraldine got a chance to watch one of the latest episodes of the podcast, which is one that I did with Robert Kennedy III. We call him RK3 in the Ecamm community. And we talked about how, speakers / content creators can use their your content or their podcast to create a cycle, right? What I call a digital handoff. Thank you so much, Tijuana Jackson. But yeah, what I call the digital handoff. And so her question is, how does some of the strategies apply to virtual events? Now, listen, I mean, it's just a matter of, I think, Steve kind of said it. It's being having a next step already locked and loaded. And if I can be honest with you, I load up my next step before I I put together the presentation. I lock and load my next step. Like, what do I want them to take the next step with me? And I make sure that that's locked and loaded before I tee up my presentation, because I want to build my presentation towards that next step. And you want to have a next step after the next step. And I'm going to say you got to have a next step after the next step after the next step, right? You just want to make sure that there's a journey. When I spoke virtually for Alec Johnson maybe a month or two ago, there was a clear next step, and my entire presentation led people to say, it's a no-brainer. I've got to take this next step. But then that next step had another next step on it. And several people were able to take those next steps with me. Some of them joined the community. Some of them are coaching clients now. But all of them joined my mailing list because that was how you had to take the next step. So even from a virtual event standpoint, it's just that level of intentionality. Whatever your next step is what your next step is. But thinking of your process, whether it's virtual event or in person, lock and load your next step, and then strategically arrange your presentation in a way that makes that next step the obvious thing that they should do. In fact, you bring awareness to an issue and you solve it with this next step. A good presentation is going to leave a person probably with a heightened sense of awareness, right? You've elevated their thinking, but it also should bring them to new conclusions, new next steps. Okay, we've invented the car. This is great. Now we got to have roads. Oh, see, the car is a great thing, but now we got to have a road. Now we got to have a gas station. Now we got to have tires. Okay, we got tires. That means we can navigate on the roads a little bit better. We can adjust and swerve and turn because we have rubber. But because we have rubber, now we've got to have air, and we need air readily. Every innovation, every gem should lead people to say, now that I know this, thank you, but now I need this, right? And who better to tell them what they need next than the person who helped them to understand that new thing. And so, yeah, that's what I have for you today, Geraldine. I want to say a word of thanks to you, to the entire crew that's watching with us live today on YouTube. Definitely Tijuana Jackson. Drop a DM, man. I know YouTube now has direct messages. Drop me a DM, Tijuana Jackson. I'd love to be able to engage with you a little bit further. Just kind of check out your channel, see some things that you guys have going on. I think it's just so cool that we're able to engage in these ways. I can't get this thing to be straight. It's because it's backward. I'm looking at it in a different way. Anyway, but I want to say, just as we get ready to close it out for today, where we started was talking about understanding your data and making sure that there is a two-way conversation with you and your audience. The Shepherd's Ledger protocol basically just talks about understanding analytics, not being afraid of it, not leaning so heavily on vanity metrics, which feeds your ego, but leaning more on conversion metrics, which feeds your business, which feeds your brand. And those analytics can literally be the difference maker, right? The voice of your market telling you exactly what they value and where they're hurting. And that is, in my opinion, where you want to be. Treating your analytics like a stewardship tool allows you to stop guessing and start doubling down on what's actually serving your audience. So my parting words for you today as we get ready to close it out, and know my Zoom room, you're going to hang with me for just a second, is that you just stop measuring your worth by what everybody else says, the likes and all the other stuff. Measure your impact by market behavior. Grace and peace, fam. We'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Later.